Why you been going around with the most biased reports ever? Why are you doing that? Yes, you have. I've been watching your dumb and all you've been doing is leaving Shaun Porter. Hey, by the way, where is Shaun Porter?
He's around here.
I saw him drive by here. So, you, Shaun Porter, you, you.
Okay, I'm not gonna, but you won't
put that on YouTube. Quote that.
What about the? Oh, I was just. What's your defense, sir? Just tell us what your defense is. We will air it. We will air your defense. All right, guys, what's going on? Levi Trumbull outside of Cafe Nola in downtown Frederick, Maryland. I am here today with Shaun Porter, and we have an absolutely unbelievable situation that we need to talk to you about. So why are we here today? If you will recall, some of the first stories that I ever did on this channel was about a restaurant by the name of Dan's Taphouse. This was a restaurant in Hagerstown, Maryland. And you will remember that with that situation, a local businessman actually sued that restaurant and subsequently put them out of business. He filed a federal case and a state case in Washington County, Maryland, for what he claims was discrimination as it relates to the general manager allegedly throwing him out for being old and white. Well, we covered that case extensively. We broke down the complaints. We did interviews with people who were familiar with that subject matter, and we really were on top of that, and we were actually there on the Taphouse's final day in business. But one of the key elements in that case was the general manager who actually caused all of this to unfold, and that was a guy by the name of Mike Skinner. Well, he was the one who allegedly threw this guy out. He threw out also a circuit court judge as well. The breaking news, the reason we are outside of Cafe Nola in Frederick, in downtown Frederick, I should say, here and now, is because Mike Skinner, the individual who is going to court on this matter very soon, has seemingly not learned his lesson. He recently got a job working as a bartender at Cafe Nola, and he is at the same type of behavior again, but this time it involves yours truly, Mr. Porter, and an individual who you might have come to know by the name of Justin Holder. So with that, guys, the Dan's Restaurant and Taphouse story has reemerged again, and we are talking about it again. What's the one inconsistency, man? I've covered you guys like extremely fair. Do you want to? I'll ask you questions.
So I'm here to answer for it.
Okay.
Just like you were last night.
Why you been going around with the most biased reports ever? Why are you doing that? Yes, you have. I've been watching your dumb and all you've been doing is leaving Shaun Porter. Hey, by the way, where is Shaun Porter?
He's around here.
I saw him drive by here. So do you have him hiding somewhere again to jump out when some happens?
I don't know.
That happening again? You, Shaun Porter, you, you.
Okay, I'm not gonna, but you won't
put that on YouTube. Quote that.
What about the? Oh, I was just. What's your defense, sir? Just tell us what your defense is. We will air it. We will air your defense. We will air his defense. He couldn't let me get one question out. All I want to know is what's your side.
Hey, we didn't give you. That's how you feel.
You're gonna leave my staff alone right now. You can put this all over YouTube, motherfucker. You piece of little piece of. You got some shit? Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy.
You just touched me. You just assaulted me on camera.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Taylor didn't even touch you.
Doesn't matter. It's my property.
Didn't even touch you. It's
you just assaulted me on camera.
It isn't actually.
Is this assault? Like, hey, turn your camera.
Don't touch me again.
Camera to this 19-year-old.
Touch me again. Touch me again. Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again.
Young children.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Call people to their cars.
Yes, you're in public.
No.
Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again. Don't touch me again.
It's Mr. Porter. What did he do to you? Look at this. Look at this piece of shit.
Videotape anything you want.
I don't care.
Nothing you can do about it.
Sue me, motherfucker. Get out of my face.
You're already being sued enough as it is.
Shaun, this is unbelievable.
It is.
Do you want to unpack the timeline here and tell everyone what's going on? Because you have been I don't know if trespassed is the word, but we're certainly not welcome
We
here.
don't really know.
So let's take it from the top. November 19th.
Yeah, okay.
That was the day that this all started.
So
tell them what happened.
We went into Cafe Nola, and I'm just being the designated driver. I'm standing there. Levi's there. My buddy James is there. And we're just standing there, and then Mike Skinner comes through the door, and he's like, he kind of barges through the front door of Cafe Nola. And I'm like, Skinner! We're totally, just being nice to him. And he gets behind the bar, and then I had to go out to look for another member of our group to let him know where we had gone in. And when I came back, the doorman said that I wasn't allowed in. And he wouldn't tell me anything about what was going on. And he said his manager just sent him a weird text saying, don't let that guy in, blah, blah, blah. And then I was not allowed back in. He had to go in and get Levi from the bar, and also my buddy James, and let him know that, I was not able to come back in. And so we left. It was the end of the night anyhow. This is a place I've gone for years and years and years. And recently, because of a new manager, our loyal bartender that worked there for 10 years, I forget her name, but she was actually let go. And then all of a sudden, Mike Skinner appeared. And this is the guy who, for a fact, threw out a circuit court judge and a local businessman for being old and white, and in his deposition even stated that it is okay to discriminate against white people.
A few days later, I was with Justin Holder. We were enjoying our evening. We were having a good time downtown. We ate at Plaza, the Mexican restaurant that's here in downtown. And we said, what the heck, let's stop into Cafe Nola. And it was myself and Justin Holder. Justin Holder walks in first. And he walks in, he sees Mike Skinner. Mike Skinner greets him. And Justin Holder looks at him and he says, I'm old, I'm white, and I want to get a drink. And it seemed like Mike Skinner was a little bit confused by that. And he subsequently seemed like he poured him a drink. I walked up to Justin Holder. I was like sort of right behind him, but like not obvious. And Justin Holder said to me, he said, would you like me to buy you a drink, Levi? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll have a Corona. Just give me something light. And it's at this point, Mike Skinner, the general manager now at Cafe Nola, sees me and he says, Levi, he goes, you're not supposed to be in here. He says, don't start this again. And he says, you need to leave or I'm going to call the police. Well, I didn't know what he was talking about. I have no prior knowledge that I'm not supposed to be in here. I've been here dozens of times in the past couple of years. This is somewhere that I frequent, and nobody has ever told me that I'm not allowed to be in here. So I don't know what he was talking about. But this was sort of like deja vu with what happened to Mr. Porter. And I was looking at Justin. I'm like, what's going on here? I was like, Mike, I'm with Justin. You just poured him a drink. And he's like, well, you got to go or I'm going to call the cops. And so Justin is like, well, if you're going to kick him out, then I'm going to leave too. And Mike says, well, okay, then you need to pony up. And at that point, Justin's like, well, I don't want to pony up. I don't want to pay for anything if we're being kicked out. And he says, you can just leave. So with that, we were kicked out. We didn't do anything wrong, but we were certainly not welcome there. And we left peacefully. We don't know if they ever called the cops. We know that on the night of the 19th with Mr. Porter, they did call police. But the bottom line is that you have this individual, Mike Skinner, who is engaged in a repeated course of conduct, and that is removing loyal patrons of a open place of public accommodation. All right, guys, what's going on? Levi Trumbull with Justin Holder, the man. We're outside of Cafe Nola in the city of Frederick, Maryland. And I literally, and Justin as well, I guess, we just got kicked out of Cafe Nola for legitimately no reason. What did we do? We walked into the establishment that Mike Skinner works at. If you don't know who Mike Skinner is, that's the guy who put Dan's Taphouse and restaurant out of business, and now he's back at it again, kicking out individuals for seemingly no reason. This is absolutely insane. Justin, do you want to recap what just happened right there?
I walked in, there was 2 empty seats at the bar. I approached the bartender, who you tell me is a guy named Mike Skinner. And I said, I'm old and I'm white and I'd like to get a drink. And And then he looked over at you and said, "You can't be in here." And
He said, "You know you can't be in
he
here."
said, "You know you can't be in here."
Right.
And he said he was calling the police, so we left.
That is so absolutely crazy what just happened. Literally, the general manager who put Dan's Restaurant and Taphouse out of business and now is in state court and federal court, Mike Skinner, is literally at it again. And this is unbelievable. Well, I guess he kicks out young white people too, because I'm a perfect example of that right now. You know what I mean? So with that, guys, thank you for watching. Obviously, this is something that we had to cover. Even though it's something that is hitting us quite personally, we thought it was important to bring to this audience. Again, I just want to close out by saying you have this general manager who used to work for Dan's Taphouse, Mike Skinner, who it appears engaged in clearly wrongful and torturous conduct, and as a result of that conduct, got Dan's Restaurant and Taphouse shut down, got the owners in a pickle and a lawsuit, got himself in a lawsuit, but got everyone laid off in the process. And after all that, he seems to continue this course of conduct, now working in Frederick, Maryland, at Cafe Nola, with myself being a victim, with Mr. Porter being a victim, with Mr. Justin Holder being a victim of this conduct. Share this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, we appreciate it, and we'll catch you very soon.